Guys, hello. So how are you guys doing today? So it's either good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are watching me for. Yes, my name remains Goodness Usman, and of course I'm your fab lady realtor for Nigeria Route 24. All right, so quickly I want to talk about the advantages of buying off-plan houses, and then I'm going to be sharing some tips that I feel that a lot of investors who are interested in the Nigerian real estate market don't know, or let me say some investors have no idea into that part of it. So I want to share these ideas and then see who this will benefit one way or the other. So yes, if you're an investor in the Nigerian real estate market, whether you're home or abroad, you should watch this video to the end. Excuse me, the video might be a bit long because the things I'm going to be talking about are important and I can't just cut it short. All right, so yes, I'm going to explain, I'm going to explain furthermore why my videos are usually longer than expected. Some people complain about it. It's because I'm not here to sell you. It's like usually more than often, I'm trying to hold a conversation with you, even though you're not there, we're not together, but you're listening to me and I'm giving you pointers and I'm trying to consult for you. I'm trying to give you ideas and all that. So such things will not it's not a sales video, it's not a marketing video where you have to write a script and then everything go bang 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 and shots and all of that. Even though yes, with these conversations I can always try to go straight to the point. So yes, I just let's clear that because some people just feel the video are not necessarily too long. But anyway, like I said, for those who really need this with these materials or this content, they won't say it is long anyway. So all right, so let's go into it now. I want to talk about the advantages and also the other. Like I said, there are some angles at which some investors are not looking at when it comes to off-land properties. I know there are disadvantages to it. I know some people frown at off-land properties, and the major reason is because of credibility, right? Some developers lack integrity and they lack credibility of delivering at a set time. So yes, over my years of experience in the business and the last 6 years, I've seen projects come, projects go, and that's why you see that I normally say not every project you see out there or not every property you see some other realtors talking about that you will see me, Goodness Usman, talking about, because the truth is I need to be careful what I come to tell you guys because I'm an authority in this field. So that makes it more and more challenging for me, and it makes it more what's the word now? It puts me on the edge and makes me when I wake up every day I tell myself you just have to be very careful because I don't want to break the trust a lot of you have in me, and more people are joining the folks every day and they are trusting my word, taking my words for it. So yes, that's why I'm treading softly. All right, so let's go to the advantage. Now there are so many advantages to buying into an off-plan. So I'll go into the very first one. The very first one is the opportunity to have a payment plan. Okay, yes, I get it. A lot of Nigerians in diaspora, especially because of the system that you're already used to, where you're currently based, you're used to mortgages, and mortgages of course have very long time duration. So yes, I see this happening over and over, that Nigerians in diaspora now come into this market expecting to get almost about the same duration they get a mortgage system and all of that. But the mortgage system in Nigeria is not that it's not working, but it's not working effectively the way we would want it to. And I hope that it will improve someday, sometime soon rather. All right, so yes, this payment off plan is now a way for developers to make it easy for more people to own homes. Now, this is not just Nigerians in diaspora only, even Nigerians at home, people like me, middle earners, middle earners, average earners, people that live and work in Nigeria also. They can't just, how many percentage of people can put down 30 million naira, 20 million naira they go to own a home? That's why you now see these developers trying so hard to bridge this gap between their own housing deficits. So because they have, so many of them have passion for bridging this gap between housing deficits, which is supposed to be literally, ordinarily be the job of the government. But let's leave that part. That's why you now have a lot of off plans in the market. Not that there are no full houses. There are full houses. I see people come to me and say, I don't want this off plan. I don't know how it looks. I don't have the price, the sizes and all of that. It's not a finished goods. I don't want anything that is not finished. But when you now give them something that is finished, there will be a problem. They'll now go, but can you talk to the person? Can I pay for 2 years? And I'm like, no. You have to go back to off plan. You can't eat your cake and have it back. Even though I've had several people tell me jokingly that they can eat their cake and have it back. Well, I don't think that is possible in this regard. Maybe in some other aspect of our lives. All right, so moving on. The major advantage is that you will have the opportunity to spread your payment across a certain period of time, which is the payment plan, right? Which is what is making it easy for some people to even earn. In fact, the major problem, the payment plan we even have these days. I see a lot of people still complain. How do you expect me to pay 40 million naira within 1 year? How do you expect me to pay 60 million naira within 18 months? I get all of that. Of course, even me, if you can ask me to come and pay 20 million naira within 1 year, I cannot. I've never felt me. So I get you where you're coming from. However, I'm just saying one of the advantage of it is that you get to have a payment plan, irrespective of the duration, right? All right, moving on. So the second advantage is that you are buying cheaper. So as much as you're enjoying payment plan, you're also buying cheaper. Guess what? All of you know that most of this property, because they are off plan, a lot of the prices are reduced for some reasonable developers. Because trust me, there are some developers in this market that I know that what they are selling right now, the value they are selling is not the current rate. They are selling the future value. In fact, that's another topic for another day. In fact, some big name developers. I was having this conversation with a client of mine yesterday, and I told him, XYZ company, don't bother. What you're buying there is too expensive. Imagine, you want to spend 70 million naira on a house in a particular location where you can get something better, somewhere closer in town. It doesn't make any sense, because the truth is, yes, you might be, who invests in real estate for emotions? I know some people do emotion, class, but averagely, most investors right now are not investing for emotion. You are investing to get a return on your investment. Abi, tell me if you are buying for emotion, because I don't know who buys for emotion anyway, right? So you're buying to invest, you're buying to get a return on your investment. So if you're buying to get return on your investment, there are some places that I feel the prices are just way too much. In fact, they are selling futuristic prices. I keep saying it. When you buy a property at the future price, it will remain that way. And so people say the infrastructure, okay, they will speak plenty grammar. The plenty grammar they speak to you, or you are speaking to yourself to convince yourself, does not change the fact that in 3 years' time, the worth of that property is that. And somebody else closed door that has bought lesser and is getting a return. So you're not investing. Well, you're investing, but you're not going to get a return in a short period of, in the closest possible time. You're going to get the return later. And if you look at it by financial analysis, it's not a smart decision. Anyway, moving on from that. So yes, you invest and you get cheaper. Buying an off plan gives you the opportunity to invest into the property cheaper. Yes, it gives you the opportunity to buy cheaper. So, for instance, when they started selling, I'm going to use the avocado now. The avocado smart homes in Abidjan. When they started selling the 2-bedroom terrace, some people bought at 29 million. Yeah, all right. So now, do you know how much it is? 32 million naira. Okay, so let's calculate. That's 3 million naira difference in the space of 6 months. Yeah. All right. So how much? Where will you put that and get that in 6 months? I know that there are other investments, and I try not to talk about investments I don't know. But even the ones I know, they're still not that fast. Except if you're doing bureau de change or forex or something. Well, that I don't know. But for what I know, I'm saying it's a good and a smart deal, right? So you get to buy early, cheaper, and get instant reward. Maybe instant reward, I mean within the year at which you paid in for those off plan, and then you start earning on that investment. All right, so this is another major advantage to buying off-plan houses. So far, you're buying from a credible real estate developer who will deliver. Because some people, 2 years down the line, nothing is on the project. But you see some people, every quarter you can see a difference on their project as much as people are paying. Because another thing that delays some of these developers is that some people will just key in and default. And you have a lot of defaulters. So when you have a lot of defaulters, it's not easy, because these people also sometimes use this money you're paying to build the house. But if you see a company who is very fast in the project, a lot of the time they are using their own money to build while you're paying, and then they deliver to you. Anyway, that's it. Like I said, I'm cautious. I don't want this video to be too long. All right, so the other advantage, the other angle I want to talk about, so I'm just going to talk about two major advantages. There are other advantages. All right, so let me talk about the technical advantage before I move to the next point. The next thing I want to talk about in this video. All right, so the third point I'm going to address in this video is that you get the technical advantage. So yes, you know, some of these finished houses. Okay, so I was in one estate, and I looked at the house, and I looked at it. I'm like, man, this house is not going to last a decade. Because even hitting the wall alone, like this is my office, if you hit this wall, the tornado nails in this wall will still bend. I mean, if you're not careful. All right, so that's how strong and how, you know, the material. So you get the opportunity to see the project, observe the project, check out if they're using a very good material, if they're using, you know, you can see the process from scratch, because they started you started the project at scratch, right? So you can see the quality of the materials that are being used basically for this house. So that's another advantage. And then you can then now say, okay, for this styles you're using here, I don't want it. You can always, it's flexible. You know, you buy some houses, your ready-made houses, and you can't make any change. In fact, if you're making changes, it's tougher, it's stressful. So sometimes you just have to just make do with what you have. Though I see people pulling down tiles and doing all of those things, well, not everybody has that energy. I don't have that energy. I don't like buying anything and repairing it. Imagine you buy a car. You know how you buy a car, and some people will tell you import a car, dented car, you come here and come and repair. I have no time. I have no chill. I have zero chills for repair. That's me. And I know there are thousands of people out there who have zero chill. I mean, why would I buy a new house and I'll start doing block works? I'm start doing tires, change tire. I should go and buy a old house. I don't have remodeling the house. Please, me, I can't deal, right? So if you're somebody like that cannot deal, then when you're buying an off-plan, then you're going to get involved. So you get to the stage at which they are going to be doing the town. In fact, some of this off-plan will tell you that it doesn't come finished. So you can buy the non-finished one, so that you can choose your kind of tiles, the marble, the POP design, you know, your electrical fittings, your kitchenwares, your toilet wares, all of those things. You have the opportunity to do that. So it's like, in a way, you building your own house. So the process is close to, the experience is going to be close to you building your own house, as far as you create out the time to monitor what is happening on that site. All right, so that's those three advantages of buying into an off-plan. You know, before I mentioned these three, I stated the major disadvantage that puts some people off. But when you work with someone like me, that I have passion for this job, the credibility that I have, then you get to know that I will not push you to a developer that will not deliver. And if they have ish along the line, we're going to get through with it, as in we're going to go through it, understand the process, and then get back to you. All right, so that's it. So the other idea I want to talk about, I just want to share this idea with you guys, and I want to use it to encourage people, investors out there. So yes, a lot of investors want to invest in housing projects only for majorly they want to live there. As a Nigerians in diaspora, people say, okay, it's not a place I can live, it's a place I can live. It's okay to buy a house for where you anticipate to live, right? Then, but we're not looking at this other aspect. A lot of investors are not looking at this aspect. Do you know that there's a massive business idea in this off plan that you're not looking at? Okay, all right, so let me tell you. Now, when you buy an off plan, I'll take 3-bedroom semi-detached right now in Paragon. Now, Paragon is selling the 3-bedroom semi-detached at 52.5 million naira, right? Blossom Heaven in VGC is selling their 3-bedroom semi-detached at 60 million naira right now outright. Okay, so let me use this Aja and Shangote and VTC as an example. Now, if you buy these two, imagine you have the opportunity. Okay, so I'll use Blom Evan in Ikate selling 1-bedroom apartment for 33 million naira. Now, imagine you have the opportunity to buy these 3 properties. 33 million naira, 1-bedroom studio apartment. You come to, that is Ikate. You come to BGC, you buy it 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom terrace rather, for 60 million naira. You then go to Paragon in Aja and then buy a 3-bedroom semi-detached for what? For 52 million naira. Now, these are different kind of houses. Did you see? Different type of houses in different location. 1, Ikate studio apartment. 2, VGC, terrace. 3, Paragon, Aja, 3-bedroom, semi-detached. Now, you can even extend it to Ibejuleki and buy a block of 2-bedroom flat or Fairfield apartment. Go and buy a block of 2-bedroom flat, 6 block, right? At a certain amount. I don't have the price on my head, but let me tell you my point. Now, when you buy these prices are just this 2021 price, right? And hopefully, we hope that before the end of the year, they will not increase it. But even, let's say they were going to increase it. Now, the tendency they are going to increase it between 3 to 5 million naira. It's usually 5 million naira, right? Okay, so if they are adding 3 to 5 million naira, it means that now that you have keyed into it, in 3 months' time, you are going to make extra 3 to 5 million naira. That's instant gain. That's not where I'm going. First of all, that's one person buying 3. If you have the resources. Now, I'm teaching you a business. This is a business sense that you should take advantage of. You that you are an investor. See, that you are a Nigerian in diaspora and you're making huge money. You put it in your car account. You're just buying one land or just spending it on. I say a lot of Nigerians, that's why spending a lot on their family members. I'm not saying you shouldn't have goodwill, but already one. I don't know how to. Goodwill has a limit. You see some people that they will realize how much they spent on friends and family. They would have bought loads of apartments and now they'll be earning return on it. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, if you as an investor bring this chunk of money and buy into these 3 properties, right? When you buy these 3 properties at this rate, don't forget I said that in 3 months' time the prices will increase. So let's say the prices let me use the barest minimum. Let me not over exaggerate, right? Let's say they all increase their price by 3 million naira. That's 3 units, right? So you have gotten 9 million naira within 90 days. All right, so tell me, even you that you're in diaspora, I don't know the country that you are, but are you saying there's a place in US, Europe, Canada, Spain, Asia, whatever, that you can put that amount of money and then you get 9 million naira return, minimum, 9 million naira guaranteed return in less than 90 days? Even when bonds in Nigeria used to be great, they used to be at 12%, thereabouts, I'm not sure you're going to get 9 million naira. Anyway, moving on. That's the first gain you're getting. Now, the major business angle for me is that when you invest in this property, so Bloom Evan is going to be ready in 1 year. In fact, all of these 3 properties I've made an example is going to be ready in 1 year. So it means that you have your units that you are paying for. And don't also forget that you're not even bringing all the cash down. You're paying it on instrumental. So they told you it will be ready in 1 year, and then you're paying within that 1 year, or say within 6 months. All right, so you're not even bringing that huge amount of money. You're not putting yourself so much pressure of putting the 60 million naira or the 100 and let's say 150 million naira out. You're not bringing 150 million naira out at once. You're spreading it across a duration of either 6 or 12 months. Now, by 12 months, you're done paying. The house is ready. Now, there's something that comes with a finished house. So many people will still not buy an off-plan, no matter how encouraging, how much I preach, or how much I preach the Simon. They won't buy it. Now, but people will still, everyday people are buying houses. Week in, week out, people are looking for new houses to buy. Don't forget, the economy is growing, irrespective of the inflation. Human beings are growing. People are recreating. People that were in the university 2 years ago, they are now graduates. They are looking for houses. People who were graduates, who were fresh into school, they just got a job. They are becoming managing level. They are going to manage managerial level. So people are upgrading. The space of life is increasing and all of that. So that we always, the basic humans, remember the basic human needs, right? Shelter is number 1, aside and food. So yes, anything that has to do with shelter, you will make money from from it. Same thing as food. Any food business anywhere in the world, you will make huge chunk of money from it. All right, so what I just explained with that is that basic shelter, it falls under this business idea, falls under basic need of human beings. So now by the end of 12 months, all the houses are ready. Now guess what? I can tell you for free, I can tell you confidently that you see that VGC 60 million naira will be sold in another 1 year for 70 million naira. It will not be sold less than 70 million naira. You see the Aja own, it will not be sold nothing less than 65 million naira. So in a nutshell, each of these properties, you're going to, within the space of 1 year, you're going to make nothing less than 10 million naira on each. So let's say the studio apartment 5 million naira. So that's how much? Let's calculate 3, right? That's 25 million naira. Now, those location has nothing to do whether you want to live there. You don't have to live there. So in 1 year, the house is ready. You now put it into the market and sell it, cash out, bring. So if it's 150 million naira you put in for the 3, for the sake of this conversation, you're making 25 million naira on it. So that's 175 million naira. You take your 175 million naira, both capital and interest out, and then put it into something else. So it's going to be onto the next, onto the next, onto the next, onto the next. So this is the business angle that people are not tapping into. Hey, anytime I see investors, I was still telling my clients yesterday, when he was saying, this program, I'm not sure, I say, buy this thing. Buy these houses, this off-plan, key into them as much as you can. Even though, yes, land has more profit. This angle also. Stop looking at these houses for the sake of, I want to live there. It's not a place I want to live. I don't like the location. I don't like Kiniko. I don't bring Kiniko. People will do, I see this play out over and over, and I'm like, Jesus. These guys, you guys are leaving money on the table. I don't have the resources. Even if I have the resources, how many can I buy? I'm just one person. So sharing the idea for you, it makes sense. So apart from even owning this apartment, so if you own this apartment and say you want to do Airbnb, you want to do short let, that's fine. Trust me, you can flip these houses. I know people do it a lot in US, in Europe, in London, and all of those places. So why are you not doing it in Nigeria? I know people that's their major business. In fact, if I'm going to go into the real estate business and leave the sales and consulting part of, as in, if I'm going to add this part of business into this business, that's what I'll do. It's just flipping. I'll just be going around, when I have the resources, I'll just be going around buying from all of these developers that I trust, and then flipping them. And that way, it's a circle. And guess what? It's a business idea you will do year in, year out. Because houses will be built year in, year out. And then you start extending it all the way to Ibeju. Like, now, let me say this before I wrap up this video. Do you also know that this business idea is also fantastic in Ibejuleki? Fairfield apartment, you can run it like that. You can run this house that I'm selling, Perfection Estate. That is a 5 years payment plan. Do you know that is the best place to even do this? Like I said, it's always better to spread your risk around. So imagine you're doing this one for 1 year. You're doing it with the duration of 1 to 2 years, right? Fantastic. Then you now look for money aside and do this 5 years payment plan. So if you key into this 5 years payment plan and you buy a block of each of these flats, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3 bedroom is 6 units. Imagine if you buy the 6 units, a block, and then spread your payment across 5 years. Now, the thing is, if you're buying 1 bedroom for 10.5 million naira right now, in 5 years, do you know how much it will be worth in Ibejuleki? It will not be worth less than 25 million naira. And then, this is something you're paying with ease. It's not like you're putting all the money down. So trust me, this house flipping thing with the off-plan solution is what you should look into. Because why? You have the opportunity to buy cheaper and then enjoy the flexible payment plan. Unlike if you want to, what people do usually is buy a new house and then keep it and for a period and then sell it. Or buy a whole house, refurbish it and sell it. There's money in it. But this angle also, I want you to take advantage of it as much as you can. Bloomhaven, you don't have to live there. So many people, when you tell them about an off-plan, they'll be like, I can't, you know what? I cannot live in that area. Or some people tell you, I can only afford 30 million naira. But I don't want Aja. Meanwhile, 30 million naira will buy you 1 bedroom, 1 studio apartment in Ikate. Why don't you put it there? If you don't want to buy land and keep them, that's another business angle. So as a real estate investment, there are so many ideas I have in this my small head that you as an investor, it will give you. I mean, you will have money coming in, year out. It's all about planning. It's all about planning. You can come around with 2 friends, 3 friends. You guys can gather and do it as a business. It's a business after all. It's a business. Buy 2, 3 units together and then put the resources together. Look at how when the house is ready, monitor it. In fact, at that time when the house is ready, you take your time. You're not in a rush. Because that time the house is finished. The clients coming in to see the property already sees the finished goods. And when it's a finished good, it's easier. You see all of this off plan, it's difficult to sell. For us, you have to talk and talk and talk and talk. I understand that. But when it comes to you as an investor, you have invested in it as an off plan. When you're selling it as a finished goods, as a finished house, if I'm working with you, it's easier. And then you're not in a rush. So you have all the cards in your hand. So you can negotiate better. So it's just an idea I have for a while, one of the many. I said today I shared it with my client yesterday who came for inspection, and I said okay, I was gonna share it and then put it out here for, I don't know who is the person listening right now and who will pick up this idea. And just honestly, there are so many ways you as an investor in this market can make real estate, make a lot of money in real estate. Real estate is a gold mine all over the world. What billionaires in dollars, in euro, in pounds, go and check their real estate portfolios. And these guys do a lot of flipping. So it's called flipping. But so that people don't look at the flipping in Nigerian market from this off plan. Even in UK, they flip off all these uncompleted houses in rural areas and all of that. From what I've gathered, I don't know how much these things work anyway. But I'm talking about this one that I know. So yes, if this works for you, I will encourage you to go into it. Remember, I did a video warning you guys that see, these prices are not going to be stable. So take advantage of whatever it is you want to invest in right now. I'm advising you, especially the houses. These prices are not stable. And there's no magic more I can do. These developers too. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. It's already long. Whoa, okay. Please, if this is your very first time of coming across this YouTube channel, I want to beg you to please subscribe and turn on your notification button. Yes, my name remains Goodness Usman. Of course, I'm your fab lady realtor for Nigeria Realty 34. I hope that this idea today, what I've shared, this content has helped somebody somewhere. And if it does, please let me know in the comment section. If you have a different idea to this, let me know in the comment section. And yes, for those who want to make their reservation, go ahead and make your reservation. Bloomhaven is still selling. Bossmark Heaven is selling. Terraces and semi-detached. Paragon Terraces, the smart home. The avocado is still selling. Fairfield Apartments. All of these things, their prices are increasing. But Big Bungalow has increased their prices. That reminds me. Perfection Estate, the 5 years payment plan, they are running a promo right now. They extended the promo. Sorry, I didn't even do a bit about it. So if you are watching me, you want to buy it. They're giving you gifts. They're going to give you rich. They have started their own Christmas rich gifts. I think I'm going to do a separate video and talk about that again. All right, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for always watching my video. Thank you for your patronage, your patience, your understanding with me. Thank you and my team that you guys don't get to see. I think I need to start bringing those teams now. Bringing their face, showing their face. Yes, it's about time. All right, thank you so much for the referral. Please keep watching, keep patronizing me, keep bringing in your referrals. I appreciate every one of you, even the ones that are here to buy from me. I appreciate everyone that has kept this Goodness Usman brand going. God bless you. God bless everyone. God bless you and yours. God will continue to guide and protect you all. And most importantly, provide and increase your purse, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to deal and keep a success, have a successful life, enjoy a successful life. God will give it to you all in Jesus' name or in Allah's name for my Muslim people. Yeah. All right. So right now I really have to go. Thank you once again. But right now say, oh, double.